And hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is thesimsideofluca. If you don't know me, I am a Sims 4 builder, and today we are building in the beautiful world of Del Sol Valley. And as we are continuing our new save file about Del Sol Valley that will hopefully be finished and soon enough, we are actually building a high-rise lounge club, restaurant, disco, bar area. It is everything you have ever imagined, and I just love the fact that it is high-rise. I really wanted something that was high up in the sky that said luxury, and here in Del Sol Valley we obviously don't have apartments and we don't have high-rise buildings, and I just really wanted to have that. So I just went through the debug menu and found this beautiful building, and I was like, ooh, let me see if I can actually create something up there in the sky. And guess what? I could! And this is basically what I am creating. You are now seeing me create basically a fourth floor, because this is the only way you can have this big thing without anything underneath and like without the big foundation. And I am basically creating most natural shapes and organic shapes as possible, because obviously, as you can see, the building itself is very organic. So I'm trying to do this by using curved walls, which, if you ever played The Sims, you know they are the death of every single builder out there. And obviously, I also wanted an area outside, which is, you guys have saw the cinematic at the intro. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted it to follow the same shape as the building. But obviously this is not like just a diagonal like The Sims and like some curves. It is fully irregular, like you cannot do this with normal walls. So what I did instead, and what I usually do also for pools sometimes, is going around with this little fence tool and creating little lines to kind of follow the shape, and then just deleting the outside, and voila, you have a fully irregular, let's say, outside area that actually works. And you guys will see soon enough I will do the same for the pool, which is the real gag of this build. As of right now, I am starting to build it, and at first I wanted it to be inside of the terrace and not like hanging out. But then when I put the water in, I was like, oh, I can see the bottom of the top of the building, and you could not see the water inside, obviously, as you guys can see. So I was like, oh, I need to change my idea. So I changed it and placed it outside, following the exact same trick that I did for the fence. Also, if you guys want, I have a full build trick out there for The Sims 4 with all of like my little build tips and tricks and everything that I use to actually create this type of build. And so you definitely check that out. And also, at first, I wanted it to be different from the building and create maybe like a triangular shape, kinda. I've seen this a lot in London probably, and also somewhere in the US. I'm sure there is some skyscrapers that look just like this, but I didn't like it, and I didn't like the placement of it mostly, because it was just on the side and there was like no way I would have it on the side. So then I started doing this hanging type of vibe, and I did it little by little because I had so many difficulties with the curves and with the little placements, because I couldn't place it on top of the fence that I created earlier. So it was just a whole lot of headache, but we finally arrived at a really good result in a little second. You guys will see here. I was trying everything. I was trying fences, I was trying terrain, I was trying, what is that, like foundation, and it was just working, because the biggest curve was giving me this weird shadow, I would say, or like this weird cut on it, and I just didn't want that. So then I ended up doing this and filling in the little areas, and you guys will see this pool will have so many like amenities, I would say, and it will have a little pool slide. It will have like the thing that you use to jump in the pool. I don't know how it's called, like a trampoline. And yes, I also wanted in an ideal world to have like water coming off of the pool, just like in real life, like infinity pool, that would be called in architecture. But you know, obviously I couldn't do this in The Sims. Then I thought, is it weird that it's just hanging out of the building like this? Like, could it actually be like this in real life? And the answer is actually yes, maybe a bit smaller probably, to be hanging off like this. But you know, I thought about putting in some columns, but then they were just looking so skinny, it didn't make sense. Then we're going in with the windows. I'm using this ones by Harry, clean set. They are my absolute favorite windows, and they're perfect because they follow the curve. And I just love them so much. I love like the way they shine, especially here. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can. and they just shine in a way that it's really nice, especially here in Del Sol Valley where you have like such really good lighting. And at first I wanted this entire area to be very black, very dark, but then it was like, it's a lounge area, like the outside is just like a lounge with a pool and everything, and I was like, I cannot do this black, and also it didn't make sense with the build itself. So I will change a few things to white instead, while the inside will still be very nice, sexy, and black. Not necessarily black, but mostly like very dark brown color. And yes, I just feel like it fits the vibe. It seems rich, it feels luxurious, which is exactly what I wanted. Then for the walls, I'm going with this little effect with the tiles, and I'm also creating an entrance, because obviously you cannot like teleport to the last floor. Although I am using elevators by I believe Cibulet or Bravashine, which is actually what makes this block functional and makes you able to go to the last floor without having to walk like 50 flight of stairs, obviously. And I'm just creating it very simple like this with the double with a double height, and obviously the big logo. This is called Sobu, by the way. This is called Sobu Restaurant and Lounge or something like this, because it is inspired by the Nobu restaurant. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the luxury restoration world, I would say, there is a restaurant called Nobu that it's basically all around the world. In like the most important cities there is one, and they're always like at the last floor of a skyscrapers, and they're very luxurious and very nice. They serve sushi usually, or like Japanese cuisine, and it's just like very nice. And I was like, you know what, why not, let's call it like this, let's call it Nobu. And I was gonna couldn't call it like the real name. I said Sobu because, you know, it's like Sim Nobu, like the Sim version of Nobu. I thought it was a really nice touch. And also what you're seeing here is the first version of the build that I was doing, because then my game absolutely crashed and deleted everything I did until now. Crickets. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just creating this, and then I redid everything off camera, and it looks sort of the same, if not even better, because I added a few more things. And right now I'm just landscaping. I really wanted these palms to be the start of the show, and I'm also adding another room, which will actually be the kitchen and like the waiter and staff area, I would say, which I think it looks really nice because, you know, all of this build is irregular, and these like bottom rooms actually pair very nicely with the top with the same tile. I think it like brings it all together. Hopefully it makes sense. And obviously I imagine that the inside, you know, technically in a real world, you would go inside this lobby and you would actually go a little bit more inside the building, and there would be another elevator that is actually the one connected to the one you see on top, and which is like the panoramic one with a rounded window, like a rounded elevator. So nice, right? It would be super cool. I think I only saw this once in real life at Musée de la Confluence, which was in Lyon. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's absolutely stunning. So definitely go and check that out in Lyon if you're ever there. And I'm also using these gorgeous billboards by Solarin or Simzik. Oh my god, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad because she's such a good artist in the Sims 4 world, and she made these beautiful billboards. I will definitely put them on Patreon. You guys know. Oh, Simzik, probably Simzik. That's probably the name of it. I feel so bad, but she's really gorgeous and nice. So I'm using them, and they are basically all based on current ads that are now in our cities, like the Beyonce for Levi's and like Sabrina Carpenter. I think it's so nice. It adds a little touch of realism to The Sims, without being too much, let's say that, because it's obviously not in English, it's still in Simlish. So it's very nice, very nice. And as then I'm obviously adding more palms and more palms, and I am also trying out these planters, and I quite like them actually. Next, I think I will add a few cars just to make this a little bit of a parking area, although I do imagine that the main parking space is on the bottom floor, so, you know, like a little bit hidden under this entire thing, because, you know, this place in Del Sol Valley is actually a whole elevated, and you have something downstairs that you don't know what it is, so I imagine it being some parking areas or like some stuff area too. Oh yeah, as you can see, there is like a little garage door, and I'm also adding a little bit of greenery because obviously we are missing this. We do not want a concrete jungle, So I'm just adding a few things here and there. And I believe that in a little second we will actually start on the interior, which is probably the most exciting part ever. And yes, this is basically, oh no, actually no, we will also add a few little billboards. Right now I am fixing them up. You can see there's a Heated Rivalry one, there's a Stranger Things one, and now I'm also adding the ones on the top because, you know, if not, it looked very flat because I couldn't add any walls on top because this was already the 4th floor, which is the maximum we can go on in The Sims. And then here I broke my game. I don't know what I did. This is the exact moment where it crashed, and as you can see, it is not loading any thumbnails. I think I did something like I cleared the cache while I was in the game with like some shortcut. I don't know, I clicked something on my keyboard and it just like messed it up. So in a little second there will be a cut, and voila, here I cut it. We are back now. We are in time present, and I fixed it, and this is basically what I rebuilt once again, which looks pretty similar actually. Now we're also landscaping on the top part. I'm just adding these beautiful plants by Lovestruck. I will never stop saying this. Lovestruck is definitely my favorite plants ever. Also with Cottage Living. They are literally the 2 packs that you need to do really cool landscape. I slept on Lovestruck for so long. I literally bought it just probably like a year, no, maybe not even, like probably 6 months ago. And I don't know, I've been obsessed with the build mode from it, honestly. Yes, now we're also, before doing on the inside, we are doing a little bit of what is it called, like lighting features for the night, because obviously this is probably a lot that you would use mainly at night, I think. And obviously we're also lighting up the pool like crazy. You guys will see in a little second, because obviously it is the main focus of this beautiful building. And I will also add a few off cameras, I believe, like during the build. I don't know if I show it on the video, but I don't know, I just love this so much, honestly. I'm really proud of this build, not gonna lie. And now we're finally off to the inside. So we have a little entrance I separated it with these beautiful dividers by Felixandre, and there's this beautiful plant, some sitting chairs, I'm sorry, just to wait your turn, you know, if you don't have a reservation. And also I'm using my walls from the bath set that I made for The Sims. And it's just, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. It looks really nice here. I also created this bathroom, and it's one of the only bathrooms that I show on the video because it's really cool. It has like all of these really weird shapes, and I love what I did here with the mirrors. It looks really cool. And then the main focus of this will be this bar area, which we will do in a little second. And before that, I'm obviously adding a few tables just so you can use this as a real and proper restaurant. And I went for this very subtle grayish, beige, and what is it called, brownish vibe, and this beautiful gold here that I added for the main wall. And let's say this is like the feature wall, the main wall, the one that you look when you go inside and you're like, wow, this is a place, it's a nice place, girl. And you also say, oh, maybe my wallet is not ready for this. But you know, it's really nice. Then I added some realism here on the bar, adding a little bit of bottles and like glasses. And here we are decorating the shelf, which probably took me about an hour in real life. I was so tired of doing it. At one point I just started like recopying things, because you know, also half of this will probably not be seen because there are like some palm trees also inside. But you know, I'm adding martini glasses. I'm adding martini glasses, but like with a brass finish from the estate set, which are absolutely my favorite. Loads of bottles, and also using the martini collections. Also, just do not add too much to the CC list. I always try to use the same set or part while doing the cluttering part, because of if I use like all of the sets that I have for like 300 different bottles, you would have to be spending days downloading things, and I obviously don't want that. And these are the palm trees that I was saying that I was gonna add. I'm also using these really cool pendant lights by Todd's. They're from the Cross set, and I don't know, I just love them. Then I was also thinking about adding mirrors to like create more dimension, but I feel like it was just too much. You know, you already have the gold, you also have so many items, and if you added that, it was like double, and I was like, no. Then for the outside, obviously, because I cannot use like the real fence, I wanted to have glass. So, you know, obviously you don't want people dying and falling off your your building. So I am adding this little divider by PeriSim, and I just absolutely love it. It feels the vibe, and obviously it stops right at the pool, just like in real life. And I also added it on the other side. Then we are finally off to the main area, which is this little disco dancing area. I'm obviously adding this little cinematic light. You will see me in a little bit changing all of the lights actually to fit the mood a little better. But you know, as of right now, I'm using these lights just to lighten up the place and actually see what I'm doing, and that every color actually makes sense. And now I'm adding more, sorry, what is it called? Oh my god, I'm forgetting English. I'm adding more tables, I'm sorry, and obviously more light, and the views from here are insane. I don't know if you can see it from the video, but I don't know, they're just very magical. You're like really high up in the sky, and I don't know, I just love it so much. And I'm also adding a few bigger tables because, you know, obviously not everybody is here on a date. Sometimes it's families and whatever. And there's also a pool table that you can play with, so you know you have something to do with your Sims. And in a little second we will actually start on the outside, I believe, but first we are fixing the lights. As I told you, I created everything on a little bit more of a warmer tone and obviously toned it down. Then I turned up a little few here on the shelves, and I changed some colors here where you actually dance, just so you could have a little bit of a mood to it. So mostly pinkish and like bluish, just like in real lounge areas, I would say. And then we are obviously off to the last part, which is the outside. I was using my Nancy collection for these beautiful big umbrellas. I absolutely love it so much. And obviously these little tables by PeriSim from his lunch collection, they're literally my absolute favorite. And obviously I'm adding also some little lights here and there just to have a mood at night. I don't know if I will show this later on, but there's a really good lighting also outside at night, I would say. And then we have this beautiful little cinematic area with these sunbeds that are also from my Nancy collection. Actually, if you like them, you can get them. I believe that when you will see these videos, it will probably be already out of early access, so you're gonna have fun with it. And then I'm also adding the slide once again, as I was saying, and a few last little tables here and there. And I will also be adding candles just to enhance the mood, I would say. And we will be off to the final and last room, which is the downstairs kitchen. And I would just say that if you guys like today's videos, please do not forget to give it a big like and subscribe, and also hit the little notification bell so you never miss out on my new videos. If you want, YouTube also has a feature where you can hype up my videos, so you can do this up to 3 times, I believe. And also, if you guys let me know if you want to see anything from Paralives. I know it came out a few weeks ago probably when you're seeing this, so let me know. I know I did a live about it, and yes, I will do basically as you tell me. And I guess I will see you guys in the next one. Remember that you can find everything you can see here on Patreon with all of the CC list, and also the build is on the gallery at thesimsideofluca. And I don't know, I'm just loving this kitchen, honestly. It's so industrial. And I guess I will see you in the next one. Lots of love, thesimsideofluca. Mwah!